So the modern fat loss industry suffers from what psychologists call the decision paradox, sometimes referred to by me as the paradox of choice. The idea is simple. When people have too many options, they often become less satisfied with their choice or more anxious about making the wrong choice, or they fail entirely to commit fully to any option at all. And nowhere is this more obvious than in the fat loss industry. Right? Today, people are faced with an endless list of options: meal plans, keto, carnivore, vegan, intermittent fasting, detoxes, macro tracking, point systems, 6 and 12 week transformations, high intensity boot camps, lifestyle coaching, online apps, and AI programs. On top of that, there are thousands of coaches, influencers, and programs all promising results. At first glance, this seems like a good thing. More options should mean a greater chance of success, but in reality, the opposite often happens. People become overwhelmed, and instead of committing to one realistic path and executing it consistently, many individuals end up jumping from method to method, chasing the illusion that the next program is the next best thing, the next diet is the next best thing, or the next coach will finally be the magic solution. This constant switching prevents the one thing that actually produces results, right? Which is consistency, stick to itiveness. Fat loss itself is not complicated. It's governed largely by energy balance, behavior, and habit formation. But those sustaining those behaviors require a system that people can realistically live with. This is why the type of program you choose matters far more than the novelty of the method. A sustainable approach should be, number one, realistic. It must fit into a person's real life, family, work, social events, travel, and stress. If a program only works in perfect conditions, it will fail miserably in real life. Number two is it needs to be educational. People need to understand why they're doing what they're doing so that they can connect to it. Education ultimately creates independence. Without it, people become permanently dependent on the programs instead of developing the ability to manage their own health. And this leads to the weight regain or the collapse. It needs to be behavior based. Lasting fat loss is not about temporary diets. It's about retaining behaviors around food, movement, and self regulation. When behavior changes, results become repeatable and manageable. The truth is, almost any structured approach can produce short term fat loss and has, but very few approaches teach people how to live after the diet ends. This is what Insight does. All right, that's the difference between a program that produces weight loss and a system that creates a healthier identity and lifestyle. In an industry overflowing with choices, the most powerful decision someone can make is not finding the perfect method. It's not in the nuances. It's actually choosing a realistic system that they can commit to long enough for real behavioral change to occur. Because really, in the end, fat loss success rarely comes from finding the best program. It comes from stopping the insanity in the search and executing a sustainable approach over a long period of time. Thanks.